welcome to your tarot reading for June. Let's see what may be on the cards for you this month. I've got 9 cards here that describe your situation. I have lead tarot energies and oracles on both sides. The left for me generally is where you've come from, what has shaped the situation you have found yourself in, and the right is where you're headed or what you may need to embody, embrace, or the action you may need to take to navigate your way through. So Aries, it's very clear to me that you're at a crossroads at the moment and the energy is gathering momentum towards some kind of justice point here, some kind of climax where, you know, it's really about bringing those karmic scales back into balance. I feel up until now you've kind of lost a little bit of that flame, that Aries fire, but with both your major and minor arcana here, Aries, I really see you stepping back in control and leading the charge on your life this month. Hey there, Magic One. Just before we get into your tarot reading, I wanted to jump in super quick, I promise, just with a few announcements for you. Should you want to arrange a personal reading or healing for yourself, you can do so at any time by either clicking the link to my website down below or visiting wildlotustarot.com. I do have a new little offering which I think is kind of cute. It's actually the most affordable way to get guidance from me, and in that reading I draw you a single tarot card from the beautiful Star Child Tarot and write you a handwritten letter about my interpretation of that card for you, and I post it to your letterbox. You can now show your support by becoming a member of my channel. If you head to my channel page and click the join button, there's a video there where I describe in detail what I'm offering for my 2 different levels of membership. Don't forget, the doors are always open to the initiation. That is my immersive Learn Tarot journey. You can sign up at any time and receive lifetime access to all of the learning materials, videos, online learning modules, practices, and in that course I am teaching my signature process to learn how to read tarot, not just from the head but from the heart, and go beyond the traditional card meanings, and how to put it all together and thread it into a story as well. So that's available at any time. I'll also link that down below for you. You can find me on Instagram if you'd like to stay connected and hear a little bit more about me. You can find the link down below, or you can find me at wild_lotus_tarot. I would love to have you over there with me as well. Till next time, sending you so much love and magic. Let's get on with your reading. Okay, Aries, well, let's jump in. You know what? I'm going to start with that 2 of Swords. It's very clearly a crossroads energy. It's kind of when you arrive at a reflective point in your life and you're really considering 2 paths. You're weighing up your options here. Now, this is a general reading, so what you're weighing up will be different for all of you, but we are in Gemini season, okay? And if we think about Gemini and the major arcana of Gemini, it is to do with our partnerships and soul contracts, all right? So I really feel that some of you might be making some decisions on whether to continue to move forward or not with some kind of partnered situation. Now, I believe that we can have soul contracts with friends, with romantic partners. Sometimes it's even with an organization, but for many of you, you know, it will be with a romantic partner. Now, it's tricky for you, I think, Aries, because the 6 of Cups is here, which means there is a lot of nostalgia. There are a lot of memories here, and I'm just having a moment here. I think these cards, it was a very similar message in your weekly reading this week, because I remember the 6 of Cups coming up and sharing some comments with you, you know, about that. It can be the energy when the memories of what you've shared, you know, become quite powerful and strong when we're trying to navigate through a situation and determine whether to bring this to an end or not. Often we think about all of the good times, but really we need to think about what do we need moving forward, okay? So we have the inner child card over here as well, and the 6 of Cups can be around the inner child. So there could be some deeper healing within yourself, some compassion or self-care that, you know, you're really needing to attend to, okay? Because there's genuine sadness or sorrow. I feel like you've already been grieving, Aries, for this situation while you've been in it, and we often do that because we can feel that either way there is a change coming, there is, you know, potentially an ending coming, but I also see that you will be moving forward to greater, you know, passion and purpose and a new romantic cycle in your future. So that's what I see, Aries. You know, with the 10 of Wands down here, it feels like there is some kind of weight coming off your shoulders this month. I'm kind of feeling that in this partnership, it didn't really materialize as you'd hoped, right? We see the 3 spilt cups here. You might have had 3 attempts of trying to make this work. 3 is the number of the Empress, so it feels like what you'd hoped to create here has been spilled, okay? But look at the 2 cups here behind this figure, Aries. It really says that there is a aligned soul partnership, soul contract for you, you know, in your immediate future. So try not to get too consumed by what you may need to step away from, because that can keep you in that dark cloak energy where we shut down to the new possibilities. So, and it could be that some inner child wounding around, you know, abandonment, or, you know, not being deserving of great love, or, you know, feeling like we're not good enough, okay, might be coming up for you. But it's important for you to work through that and really bring compassion to the situation. So when you're making this decision, it's really a good time to not be blinded by those emotions or the calls of that, you know, that inner child, right? That can really, you know, pull at you and say, no, we need to stay in this because we want that security, we want that love, we want that stability. King of Pentacles is your lead energy. It's making sense now. You have a certain amount of stability and security, and maybe even financial security and home within this situation, Aries, is what I'm feeling. Okay, so that could be, you know, the inner child that wants to be taken care of in that way, and it feels like you might be stepping out beyond that and on your own. Now, this is a Taurian energy, so of course it is about, you know, the comfort and having all those needs met. So that's what I'm seeing here, Aries, is you kind of weighing up, you know, what might be lost, and the inner child is kind of calling out and saying, no, we need to be looked after here. Okay, well, we've got the Page of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. But at the moment in my readings, I'm finding that there's a lot more minor arcana than majors coming out, which is interesting. And it just feels like June to me is really a preparation, planning, rebuild. It's a building month, okay? So it feels like if there is action in this situation, it's towards the end of the month, because you're processing emotions, you're getting clear on your decision up until then. Knight of Pentacles sitting at the center of this reading, Aries, is a Virgo energy. So it says, get the details and put a practical, methodical plan in place if you're needing to move on from the situation, which can be not very Aries, right? Depending on where your placements are in your chart. But sometimes we get an idea, I know because I'm an Aries as well, and we just gung-ho, you know, we want to like just go at it and we just want to make it happen really, really quickly. This is saying be patient, Aries, and just make sure that you have a plan in place, all the details, you know what you're going to do here and how you're going to move forward in a grounded way. Page of Wands is here, and you know there could be some good news coming in for you as well. I think if you are needing, you know, like a new home, or you know, like some kind of financial assistance or something like that in order to be able to move on from the situation, it's a good time to start seeking now. That could be the first step that you take on this plan, because the Ace of Wands can be, you know, the good news coming in that allows you to take the action, Ace of Wands, towards the new direction. The Page of Wands too, Aries, is I'm feeling that you are about to go on a new journey of discovery, okay? It's like you're at the threshold or the foothold of a fresh new start here, because I have this feeling that in your situation things had become somewhat mundane, okay, and you're really wanting to get back into your fire energy. And that's why I see over here, you know, your major and minor arcana coming through. It's like I think you'd lost a little bit of your spark. I've got the Sanctity card here that says, through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. So it feels like you're getting things moving again, and, you know, reinvigorating your sense of energy, spirituality, and your fire energy here. Okay, Queen of Cups is here. That's a Cancer energy. We also have Libra energy with the Justice card here. You might be seeking some advice from a very trusted, grounded person. Now, this could be a counselor. It could be maybe an intuitive, a good friend, kind of a therapist. That's that kind of somebody who lends that ear. So you might be receiving some advice from that person who's going to give you some emotionally intelligent, grounded advice. But I feel that the advice that they are going to give you, Aries, is follow that Ace of Cups. Follow your heart. Follow your intuition. Follow the callings of your soul. Because I've got the new romantic cycle begins card here, and it happens to be the new moon in Libra card, and justice is the Libra card here. So it feels like I don't feel that it's in the situation that you're in. I think it's elsewhere. I think it's the promise of that in your near future, Aries. It's really saying, and I'm also feeling a little bit of a self-love theme here as well. What do you need to fall in love with, Aries? Do you need to fall in love with your work? Do you need to fall in love with yourself? Do you need to fall in love with place? Because it's about lifting you out of this kind of heavy energy that you have been in and just getting back on form, stepping back in as the emperor that you are. So I feel like you'll get some advice either intuitively or from somebody else, and they're going to say, you know what, just focus on what makes you happy, what fills your cup, what lights you up. And that could be that aha moment. That could be the message or the news that you need to get back on your game and back into the game of creation, okay? And I think it's the very thing that takes that weight off your shoulders, because you're going to make your final decision after you get that. Now, we've got the take a break card, and that feels like, you know, that you'll need to reclaim your energy in some way, or take a break for yourself, Aries. It's kind of like that Four of Swords energy, right? When we're struggling with a decision or to get the clarity, if we just step away for a moment, go and do what we love, take a moment of pause and rest for ourselves, then often it just pops in like that, okay? Especially if you have, had that good advice as well. So you're going to get to that justice point, right? You're going to make up your mind here and get to that justice point where you take some action, okay? And with that action, I feel with the Ten of Wands, it's completion. Tens are completion energies in the tarot that allow us to put down a situation of, it's feeling mundane, it's feeling like drudgery, it's feeling like you've been on autopilot here. The Ten of Wands is this energy of, I couldn't even stop and think about, which way I wanted to go, because I'm too busy just playing the charade, playing the game, keeping up with the situation. I can't see the forest for the trees energy. All of a sudden, when you make this decision and get that clarity, it's like the veil is lifted and you're going to see all these pathways and possibilities. You're going to see options for your life again, okay? The Fool energy is Aries energy as well. And the Fool doesn't pack, the baggage from the past for the journey, only packs possibilities, okay? So that's what I feel. And that's the Awakening. Got the Awakening card here. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. That's your awakening, right? As soon as you get that moment of clarity. And, I feel like you're going to take a sword to the situation and cut yourself free from it. And, the justice energy is a lot about truth, right? And fairness. You might realize, it's actually been unfair for me to stay in this situation for myself, but also for the other party involved, because we've both been holding each other back from going off and exploring a new journey where we could be engaged and ignited with our passions, okay? So a new romantic cycle begins. Falling back into love with life, stepping into your Aries energy again, and actively being in forward vision, forward movement here. The Queen of Wands is an energy of determination, confidence. We've got the confidence is your key to success. We've got the Leo card here. And, getting back into that energy, you'll look back and go, oh, I can't believe I stayed unhappy and grieving for so long. And you might realize it's because of that inner child wound, and there might be some shadow work for you to do around that, Aries. So you're getting clear, and you're going to step into Emperor mode, which is somebody who takes the reins, gets into the driver's seat to rebuild stability elsewhere and to empire build again, back into your power and really back into your full sense of purpose here. Sometimes with the Emperor energy, Aries, we need to protect ourselves from our own emotions or those from others so that we can actually make a strategic move here. So it feels like the emotional stuff could be, you know, what holds you back this month. Remember, Two of Swords, I always say we want to use fact and logic, right? And intuition for our decision making. Allow the hindsight, what has unfolded so far in this situation, be the foresight that you'll get more of that. So if you want a different result, then we need to take a different approach, right? And that's what justice is. It's like time out. Something's got to give here. There needs to be a change. There needs to be an adjustment to bring things back into balance in my life, in the life of others that I'm involved with in this situation. So Aries, that's what I have. That's the crux of it. If you do want to go deeper into this message, because I'm feeling like there's a lot more to it, the first link down below will take you to the extended version of this reading. We will clarify each of the core cards a lot further, and we will draw more oracle cards as well. If this is where we part ways, Aries, thank you so much for joining me for this reading. Feel free to comment on the video. I do read them all. Like, share, and hit that subscribe button. It really helps me in bringing you these readings, and I will see you back here throughout the month for plenty more weekly readings. Bye for now.